Got a call for service. Father's Day, no start. No start, no crank on a 2007 Honda CR-V. 2007 Honda. No start. Let's check it out. Checked voltage, battery, checked grounds, checked voltage at the starter. Everything's looking good. Engine oil looks good. Engine's not seized or locked up. So we're going for the starter. Book says we've done the heater pipe that runs under this intake before this whole intake comes off. The book also calls for the intake to come off for the starter to be done. It's a pretty big process, not that big a deal, but we definitely can reach it from down below, which is much easier if you jack the vehicle up or if you have it on a 2-post lift, because as you can see, the starter is right there. That guy. So once we get that bracket, that metal bracket off, we'll get better access at that. That knock sensor that's right next to it, the connector comes off. You could possibly remove it for more room, but that's not necessary. This plastic splash guard under protector's got to come off, and we can start getting to it. Lifetron taking out the bottom bolts. We got one here, one there, and then some little plastic retaining clips that go in there for the splash guard. I try to use to remove them. Sometimes they do break. These all came out good, but sometimes they break. We have replacements. We're starting the starter job on the 07 CR-V. Come off by taking a trim tool. These are those clips for the bottom splash guard. Get your trim tool under, pull the head out slightly, and then you can pull the head out completely from the clip, but I like to just get under them, pop them out as one unit like this, so they stay. Once you get your clips out and everything, you can get to your starter right through here, through the bottom, instead of removing that whole intake. And he's gonna have trouble with that heater pipe in the future. It's already leaking. Looks like it's weeping up there. That one you do have to remove the intake to replace, and they are on back order from the dealership. It's a dealer item, or you can find them online. But basically we're after this starter here, so we're going to remove this bracket. Then there's a 14 mil on the bottom, 14 mil on the top. The top one's a little tough to get to. Then you can wiggle the back side out, pull the nose out of the transmission housing, and get to those connections, positive and the start signal wire. The things you find in people's cars, we have a deodorant piece of a plastic piece from a stick deodorant, bunch of debris, some leaves. There's a sensor here flopping around. I don't know. Maybe that's an impact sensor or a temperature sensor or a fan sensor or something. We're gonna leave that. We might secure that with a zip tie for him. So we're gonna be after a a 12 mil on that bracket. If you have a flex head ratchet, 3/8 drive would probably be preferred with a regular short socket 6-point. You're gonna want to treat these if yours look like this and you're in the Rust Belt. Throw some penetrant on there. But I believe this flex head is going to be the key to that there. That's a perfect angle. Save time, we just got a universal wobble. Back on same 12 mil, 6-point. Switch it to reverse. And our gears are a little stripped out on our power ratchet. We're gonna have to get another one soon, but does the job. There's one lower bolt for the bracket. We won't bore you with this. We'll get back with you in a minute. Same thing again, 12 mil, 6-point, 3/8 drive. Extensions, you should be able to go straight on. It's a little overkill with the extensions, but you're gonna need a deep because it is a stud. You're taking a nut off for that bracket. And you should get right to it. You can't make this stuff up, so there's that missing headlight bolt from 2010. Customer's probably going to be looking for that later. We'll put that aside for him. And there's the missing nut. Except that's a walnut, not a 12mm nut. Oh boy, I tell you. So we got that bracket free. Go ahead and swing that out of the way. There's going to be wire connectors on it. Just tuck it up out of your way. And then start work on getting these straps and brackets, clips, plastic clips off for that wire so that can move free. Also, there's going to be a connector you're going to want to remove right here for the knock sensor. Put that aside. Knock sensor's right there. Just push on the tab, pull out. Be careful. Maybe push in and pull out. Alright, so the bracket's out of the way. Then you've got this wire harness here. Take a pry bar. See the metal tab right up there? You get a better angle. There is a metal tab right there. That tab goes right into there. So if you just pry on the plastic that way, pry the blue plastic of the connector that way, it'll slide right off that metal tab. Then you've got the starter signal wire right here. That is just a tab that pushes down and then pulls off. So you would push down on that back side here, which would lift up and then pull off. Pull straight off that way towards the passenger side. So we're taking a look at that top back bolt. We got this one cracked free right here. And then you got the mirror. If you look in the mirror, that guy. So it's like a floating bolt. It extends way out, which is going to be easier. Should be easier to remove. There's the head of it in the mirror. I'm trying to get you an angle so you can see how far back it goes.